Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reason, season, or lifetime reading. This is timeless, so hopefully whenever you view it, it resonates. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Is this two of them? I think it's two of them, isn't it? See, they're stuck together. All right. Love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. Obviously. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. Oh, okay. Well, that's sweet that this is about that acceptance and love, and some people show up to heal and restore, and having patience. That was going to fly out just saying Seven of Wands reversed. So maybe you're feeling overwhelmed and feeling like giving up, or you're just kind of hunkered down and in self-protection mode. Some of you might be feeling like you are stuck where you're at, that you can't leave, but you could, or you would if you could. Whatever is keeping you there, if that were to go away, you feel like, okay, I'm out of here. But until then, you're hunkered down. All right, Capricorn. Death reversed. Having a hard time letting go or moving on. Let's see if we can get this better here. Okay. Lovers. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Pentacles. King of Wands reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. King of Wands reversed. Sorry about that. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups reversed, Eight of Cups reversed. All right, so we've got a committed relationship here. This could be Gemini. This could be Scorpio. We've got a committed relationship here, but the challenge is security in the relationship. It might be that the relationship has become stagnant or stuck, or you just don't feel like you're on the same page with the person. It could also be that someone's having issues finding work or maintaining work, being able to be a stable partner, or at least contributing. There's always an exchange. So if it's not someone working, it's about someone just not doing their part in the relationship, someone not being giving, and generous and reciprocal in the relationship. Your advice is, wow. And looking at this in terms of, if you're looking at the relationship to restore the relationship, this is talking about, this speaks of not having any new prospects for security, or not having a new beginning in security, due to impulsiveness, hastiness, not being able to land on one project. It could also be that nothing is ever enough for you. Just that the workaholic card, okay? The cards. Then this combination right here, it could speak to that no matter how much you have, it still doesn't feel like enough, because you just feel like you just need a little bit more for here, or just it's not enough, it's not good enough, it's not the best. So this is the workaholic combo, that maybe you need to stop being so dang hard on yourself. And this could be taking you away from the relationship that you're in, this insatiable drive to produce, have, secure, that sort of thing. On the flip side, it could also be that you're just having a really hard time finding work, because there's a hastiness or impulsiveness there that is counterproductive to having a stable job or producing any kind of security in your life right now. Your partner, their advice would be, well, maybe the reason why you feel like it's never enough is because your partner spends it, or your partner kind of has a way of either undermining it or sabotaging it, because we've got greed and materialism here. We've got control here. We've got hoarding money, hoarding things, hunkering down, okay? And they're doing that because I think they're trying to, two things. For one thing, they're afraid of never having enough, or it having to go without. So while you're sitting here trying to produce because you're probably feeling like you're trying to take care of them because they feel like it's never enough. They need to go to Costco and get those, you know, if you're in the States, getting bags of pasta and whatever because we're shoring up for the winter. Well, why? Well, because they might have issues with abandonment or just feeling like they need to hoard because they're deep down, they're feeling disconnected, or they're feeling like that lack, that scarcity thinking, that poverty thinking, and that needs to be addressed. So we could have somebody just as fast as you earn it, they spend it, and it's coming from issues with security and lack and being afraid of abandonment or just not having enough, having to go without. And the lesson for you to learn is being loving and open. That always goes without saying, right? We could all use some help with that. But this is about I think your partner might need you to take the lead on this in this relationship. Okay, we're talking about this relationship, whether it's here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. This looks to be for a reason or a lifetime, or a season or a lifetime here. It's not just like a passing fancy. Okay, because we're talking about a marriage, a committed relationship. I think it goes back to this right here. Love makes all the difference. I think this might be how you're showing love. I think this is beginnings of a new way to show love and connection and caring to your partner. It could be if we're speaking entrepreneurially or like as far as business and looking about or considering a different way to earn money, a more creative way to earn money. It could be that if you're having trouble providing security. To me though, this feels like it's having trouble providing enough security. Like you're the workaholic and your partner's is spending it as fast as you can earn it. So there's definitely issues with moderation and security in the relationship. But this also speaks to needing to reconnect, needing to slow down so that you can start to, flirt a little, make time, just little tiny gestures of love for each person instead of it just being all about what each of you can provide. There needs to be more loving gestures, flirting, time for yourself, things like that, ways to say, I love you. And this speaks to having patience. There's this hastiness and impulsiveness right here. So I'm feeling like nothing's ever good enough. And it's like, this is saying to slow down. Yes, it is. Let's just put that on hold for a little bit and have a picnic. Again, barring any kind of abuse. This seems to be a connected relationship. It's just getting a little derailed. I'm not talking about abusive or anything like that. I'm not touching on that. I'm talking about a connection here that just seems to have gotten a little sidetracked with security issues in the relationship. Your partner's lesson is they need to, this speaks of codependency and being insecure, hence the hoarding over here, okay? Hence the control with money and resources and hoarding and spending and shopping and impulsivity and all that. There's emotional issues at work and they need to deal with that. And they also need to deal with their issues of codependency and feeling insecure and like they're not enough or they're not going to ever have enough. Like it's never going to be enough. We need to collect more and more and more. They need to address that, needs to be addressed to restore balance in the relationship and security in the relationship. Let me just pull a clarifier here. Yes, because it's affecting this is about core beliefs, common religious beliefs, common social beliefs, common morals, that sort of thing, and the safeguards of society, the traditions, the customs, that sort of thing, long-standing traditions, beliefs, yada yada yada. So this speaks to the imbalance in this person, the emotional issues in this person comes from their core beliefs. So that needs to be looked at in order for this relationship to thrive, to progress, to get unstuck and out of this pattern of just rapid fire consumption and like high octane, having the brain on diesel all the time and just constantly being alert and aware and just okay. So this speaks to your partner needing to address some core issues about themselves and about love and how it's affecting their security, how it's affecting their self-image, their codependency on others. The outcome for the relationship is this means stagnancy. If someone's not walking away, they're staying, but they're stagnant. In this case, I think this is saying not to give up. And I don't like to say, don't give up, say, but honestly, it seems like this is saying to not. Let me clarify though, because this is also about not moving on. And if we could just get back to a place of being loving and treating each other with love and kindness, I know that's really simplifying. I know that is, but there's some issues here to work out. And I think it starts with being loving and starting to want to connect with each other again, if we go by what the Page of Cups is saying. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this just going kind of like meh, just going stagnant, not wanting to walk. This is walking away, investing something and so much of yourself in something, but realizing that I just got to abandon it. I can't anymore. It's taking too much out of me. This is going, well, what do I do now? You're not ready to do this yet. You're stuck here in this instance, right? Why are you stuck? Well, because there's a lot going on and you're feeling overwhelmed, and you probably find security in working or feel like you have to work. That's one thing you feel good at, right? And you just feel like everything is so out of control and happening to you right now. Well, according to this, it can get un-effed, it can get unscrewed, but it involves your partner dealing with what their issues are from the past, and it involves you being open, stepping away from this if you can, pulling back on that work and that production and producing and more to, I don't want to say starting over, but pulling way back and remembering why you fell in love with this person, taking it back to the beginning, and doing those loving, kind, simple gestures, not these over-the-top, vacations or whatever, not to say that you did, but bringing it back to when it was an innocent, loving time for you both, and remembering that and remembering how you used to be. Because right now it's just stuck and you guys are in this cycle. But this is talking about getting out of a rut and doing something different to change things up. Okay, I was going to pull one, but these both came out, so we'll go with that. Fairness and Mother Earth. So this is a situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Yes, restoring balance. And you are called upon to help with environmentalism. All right, that's okay. I think that would speak to the overconsumption. As far as, I don't think it's like you need to protect I don't think it's saying that so much as it's just speaking to, there's my hunch is at the rate at which there's consumption and spending and just this lackluster, just going through the motions because it's something to do, and it makes the anxiety feel a little better, but consumption is not the answer. I think that's what this is speaking to, that consumption, hoarding, producing, spending, collecting is not the answer. Address those emotional issues. One more. Balance and equality. This is talking about it depends on both parties to restore the situation. So both parties working together to bring balance back to a relationship. All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you. Capricorn. Capricorn, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.